Hi, I'm John from Sultana Education Foundation. This morning, while we were walking our dogs, my sons and I noticed that there were lots of worms in the road and on our driveway. That's probably because last night it rained, and so they've come up from underground so they don't drown. And so we thought this would be a good morning to try to catch some worms and maybe learn some things about them. Did you find one?
Yeah, see a blue head right there. See a tiny little blue head.
That is a tiny worm.
Hope it's going down in it.
Look how many worms are in our driveway this morning. So we thought it would be fun to pick them up and collect them in a bucket and then put them in our garden. Because worms dig tunnels under the dirt, which helps the soil breathe.
I guess that's its slime.
It looks like it left some slime, yeah.
Slime off and then puts it on so it can make a line of slime.
Yeah, well, it only has one head, but it can move forwards and backwards. And when you touch it, it kind of curls into itself for protection.
Can I please touch it?
Yes. Worms are a great piece of backyard nature because no matter where you live, they're pretty easy to find, especially if you come outside after a rainy night. And it's fun for the kids because
I got a worm.
it's almost like a little treasure hunt as they search around for them. And there's nothing scary about them once you get past the fact that they're going to be a little slimy.
One right here, one right here. One right under your car. One right here. One right here, one right here, one right here, one. We put it
Boys, where did you find all these worms?
in the driveway.
In the driveway. Can you open your hand up so I can see how many you found? Oh my. So worms are a really important part of nature because they help things decompose. So that means they eat things that have fallen down to the ground, and then their waste product puts a lot of nutrients into the soil. So,
Ew!
I know, but then that's going to help new plants grow.
What that?
So if we put them in our garden, they can help our vegetables grow, which we can eat later.
Yeah, it pooped on me.
The worm pooped on you?
Yeah.
Let me see.
See right there.
Oh my. Some people say that's good luck.
Babies.
Worms are small but mighty, and some species of worms can eat half their body weight every day. Boys, do you want to learn a cool word? Worms are called invertebrates.
Why?
Invertebrate means you don't have a backbone. That's why they're so flexible. Okay? Can you say invertebrate?
I thought of it.
Very good. So we found these worms on a morning in March, and the full moon in March was called the worm moon by the Native Americans because that's when they would see the worms coming to the surface and the surface of the soil and the birds coming down to feed on them. So that's the main predator for these worms would be birds. So on a rainy day like this, it's dangerous to be a worm. So we're putting them in our garden, and hopefully when the soil dries out, they'll burrow back underneath where they can be safe again. So if you have the opportunity to get outside and catch some worms, we'd recommend it. It's a lot of fun. If you can't do that, you can always just wiggle around your house and pretend you're a worm. And there's all different kinds of ways to crawl. You can crawl on your belly, you can inch along on your side, you can turn onto your back and use your legs to push you around. You could burrow under some covers and pretend that you're digging tunnels under the dirt. So even pretending that you are a worm can be just as much fun as catching real worms.